Now, alongside the excise duty cut on petrol and diesel, the government has also imposed export duties of 21.5 rupees per litre on diesel and 29.5 rupees per litre on aviation fuel. You just heard Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman explaining the rationale behind that, because Indian government does not want these companies to export this fuel so that the availability of air turbine fuel, the aviation fuel as well as diesel in India remains high and sufficient to cater to the needs of the people of India. The government is now saying that this is being done keeping the people of India in mind. Top ministers in the Modi government have said that these steps have been taken to provide a cushion to the consumers from sharp rises in fuel prices, something that has dogged the entire world and forced global economies to take drastic measures like hiking the prices. But now let's break down for our viewers what the top ministers have been saying. They are saying that the government has chosen to reduce its own tax revenue and support the oil companies that were under pressure due to high global prices. There have been representations that have been made to the government to request for some sort of a respite, which has now been given. It's much needed relief amidst war. The sensitivity-led decision-making is what a Union Home Minister Amit Shah has praised. Government takes hit on tax revenues to ensure that OMC losses are reduced, is what Petroleum Minister Hardeep Puri has said. Swift and decisive intervention by PM is how External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has chosen to describe this change in excise duty. He also says Indians are being shielded from oil price shocks by taking measures like these. Then there is Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who says that excise duty on petrol and diesel has been cut, providing protection to the consumers of the country. It is a decisive move that has been taken by the Prime Minister of India to shield Indians from turbulence related to prices that has been caused by war in West Asia. That is how Piyush Goyal, Commerce Minister, has described it. It will ensure that there is no additional burden on the people of India, and it is also going to ease the pressure on oil companies. That was Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju explaining this particular decision. Now, let's break it down for our viewers, because it is very natural for you to think that this reduction is for the OMCs. How does it translate into a relief for me, the consumer? What does this mean for you? We are now going to break it down for you. You may not see an immediate drop in petrol or oil prices or diesel prices, but this step has helped avoid a sharp hike, which could have been much higher given global trends. In simple terms, you are not paying less right now, but you are also not going to pay more anytime soon. And that, according to the government, is the relief. Protected from global price shock, lesser chance of fuel price hike, prices likely to stay more stable. Stabilizing is the main motive here, because remember, over the last few days, we've been giving you data about how several countries across the world have sharply increased their fuel prices. Countries, including China, despite it having no blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, because Iran has said that they're allowing all the Chinese ships through anyways. Now, your daily expenses are going to be protected, because petrol and diesel not only have a direct impact but also indirect impact in terms of transportation costs. There is lower risk of shortage or disruption. This is the part that is explained by the hike in export duty in ATF and diesel, because exporters are being dissuaded now to ensure that there is sufficient amount of fuel available for domestic consumption. But none of this has managed to convince the opposition. They are calling this decision nothing but headline management by the government. The opposition says on the ground there is going to be no change in prices for the dealers or consumers. Congress leader Pawan Khera has highlighted that the reduction is only in the special additional excise duty, which is a levy paid by oil marketing companies to the government. And that is why the opposition says that it is not a direct relief to the common man. Instead, it's just a partial relief to the oil companies, which have been absorbing losses and rising global prices.
क्या मेरे और आपके लिए कम किया? क्या अभी मैं और आप अगर यहाँ से निकल के अपनी गाड़ी लेके पेट्रोल भराने जाएंगे तो क्या कम पैसे देंगे? हम तो उतने ही देंगे ना जितने दे रहे थे। तो ये एहसान किस पर लाद रहे हैं साहब? हमने कम कर दिया। ये स्पेशल एडिशनल एक्साइज कहलाती है, मतलब ही अनावश्यक है। ये अनावश्यक एक्साइज जो आपने हम पर लगाई थी वो आप ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज से कम कर रहे हो।